Hello and welcome to Everyday Tarot, your daily dive into the divine wisdom of the tarot. I'm your host, Camille A. Saunders, healer, tarot enthusiast, and your local witch next door. And today I'm talking about tarot and spells. Whether you're a seasoned tarot reader or just starting to explore, this podcast offers daily insights, intuitive messages, and practical advice drawn from the cards. Each episode is designed to help you connect with your inner wisdom, find clarity in your decisions, and tap into the energy of the universe. Tune in every day, Monday through Friday, for fresh perspectives and empowering guidance from the tarot as interpreted by me. Thanks so much for those of you who were able to attend my virtual tarot card creation event recently. If you did sign up but you weren't able to make it live, you should have a replay of the event recording, the PDF I made with the step-by-step process, and an offer to join my upcoming series called Tarot for Transformation. So check your emails for that. If you weren't able to attend live or didn't register in time, you can go ahead and get the full hour-long recording with my step-by-step method, examples of tarot cards I've created, journaling questions, and a 15-page PDF to walk you through it for just $33. I have the link to purchase that in the show notes. I'm going to be offering a 12-week Tarot for Transformation live course this summer. If you're interested, you can sign up for more information. I'll have the link for that below as well. We will be working through Drea Bloom's Tarot for Transformation Major Arcana book, so I'm really excited about that. If you love the show, the free, best way to support it is by listening daily, leaving a review, and subscribing or following in your favorite podcast app. I just updated the Patreon benefits to be bigger and better than ever. So every new moon, I'll be doing a new moon collective tarot reading for everyone across different platforms, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all of those things. And if you join the lovers level of the podcast on the Patreon, you get access to an exclusive Discord chat with me to chat during the stream. And I will also pull a card for each one of my patrons during or right after the New Moon Collective Tarot spread. So if you want an individual card reading pulled for you once a month live on the podcast, join the Everyday Tarot Patreon family at the lovers level. And if you'd like to support the podcast even further, you can get a one-time individual 5-card reading in addition to all the other benefits if you join the Witch Bitch level on the Patreon. If you're local to me in the greater Puget Sound area, check out my Let's Talk Tarot meetup group for the latest event postings. I think the next event I'll be having, I think that this is the next one. I definitely am having the event, is on July 10th. I'm running a full moon women's circle. It will be at Thresholds Collective. And so if you want to sign up for that, you can go to the meetup group to find it, or I'll also put the Eventbrite link in the show notes. And if you're interested in my free PDF with the 2025 5-card tarot spread I created just for you at the beginning of this year, you can get that by joining my newsletter list. So my weekly newsletter always has the most up-to-date information on upcoming presentations, events, musings, and more. All right, and if you don't already know, I'm a sex and relationships therapist, seeing clients virtually all over Washington State. If you'd like to work with a therapist that doesn't judge you, is witchy just like you, and helps you learn how to deal with anxiety, chronic pain or illness, communication issues, self-advocacy, and sex, head to my website and book a free consultation now to book your journey. You can find the links for any of these offers in the show notes or on my website, CamilleASaunders.com/everydaytarot, in addition to the images of the cards I pull on each episode. All right, so we are in season 10 now, where I'm talking all about tarot and witchcraft. If you haven't listened to my other seasons yet, you should check those out. I did a season on tarot basics, all the major arcana cards, tarot and pop culture, tarot spreads, and then I've gone through every suit: Wands, Pentacles, Swords, and Cups. So I've talked about every single card in the 78 card tarot deck. So check those out if you haven't already. And now we're on to season 10, like I said, where I'm talking all about tarot and witchcraft. And today I'm talking about tarot and spells. So tarot, maybe you're not quite sure how to integrate these things, but tarot can be a really great way to amplify spells. It can be a way to focus your intention. So maybe you have a spell and then you're finding some cards that sort of seem to go align with it, or sort of if you're trying to maybe manifest something, picking cards of kind of what you want to manifest, or maybe what archetype you're embodying as you move forward on this journey. So today I created sort of a hodgepodge of that. I don't have any spells specifically that have, at least that I could find in my books, that have like tarot integrated and spells and intention in this way. So today we're going to be doing a let me open my book real quick. to remember what it's called, a fire ritual for healing. So if you want to do it along with me, you can get a small piece of paper, a pencil or pen, and a pinch of dried thyme, the herb, or if you have fresh thyme, you can get that too. And then you'll need some kind of thing to burn things with. So I have like a tiny cast iron cauldron that I like to do burning things in, so I can light it on fire and put it in there, and it's a burn safe container. You can have a fire outside if you don't have a burn ban right now. If you have a fire, like a wood burning fireplace in your home, you can do it in there. If you have a candle and that's about all you have, you can do that. Then you still will want to have something to put your paper into as it's burning, or do it outside, because it will get kind of smoky, or if you have any sort of charcoal incense bricks, you can use that too. Okay, so today, like I said, we're doing a fire ritual for healing. So I pulled some tarot. I pictured in my head this card from the Sacerobito tarot deck by Stasia Burrington that I know has a bonfire on it. So I went through my deck and picked that card. And so that card is the 10 of Cups. And yeah, it has kind of an image of a bonfire and these 10 cups surrounding it. It's about community. Cups are about watery and emotion. So it's kind of like a fun duality with fire. And I think with healing, like often water things go along with that, especially if we're trying to heal emotional wounds. I also, as I was going through that deck, I found two other cards that sort of spoke to me with this ritual. So one is the Empress, and then one is the Queen of Pentacles. So we have some grounded energy. We have this Major Arcana card that's sort of soft and nurturing, and that's sort of what I'm calling in. So if you are going to have a fire separate from what you're burning, start that now. Remember to keep it small and contained, especially if you have any potential wildfires near you or anything like that. Don't catch the things on fire. So we're going to write down our intent on whatever paper you have. I like to use sticky notes. But again, any paper you have. And we're just going to think about our intent around healing from all damage, being restored to health and vibrancy. Again, it could be healing for yourself, could be emotional healing, could be sending healing to someone else, focusing on the image of the person as you write it. And if you're sending healing out to the world, you can focus on Mother Nature, on the planet being strong and vibrant, and keep that in mind as your desired outcome on your ritual, so that you can keep that, again, literally in your mind as you kind of write. And then we're going to put the paper into the flames, and then we're going to say some things while it's burning. So I'm going to go ahead and write down my intention, and then we will do that. All right, so I have my paper now, so make sure you have that. You can, fold it up if you want, make it smaller. Sometimes that makes it burn a little easier, just more contained. I'm going to put mine in my little burning vessel, and then I'm going to light it. And as the fire engulfs the paper, we're going to say some things together. So again, if you have that stuff, I want to do it right now, you can. If not, I will put some in the show notes. So we're going to add, our energy by doing this. So we're going to say, right, you're going to light it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. We're going to say, I now send healing to, and then we're going to watch the paper burn as it's transformed into smoke and being carried away, carrying the healing with it. As the flames start to die down, you can add your thyme or your pinch of thyme and sprinkle it on the glowing things. So I'm going to add mine in now because I don't actually have like a big fire going on. Watch as it appears to transform into smoke and is carried away to heal. Again, if you're doing this inside, make sure you got your windows open. All right, I just opened my window. So we're going to say time heals all wounds. So may this time heal. And then you can say your intention or who you want to heal. My physical body, emotional wounds. I want to restore balance to this planet and Mother Earth. And as we watch the smoke rise, again, it's going to be taking your intent with it. You imagine it floating off to sending, to the healing of people you wanted to, bathing them in golden light, or again, if it's Mother Nature, you can imagine the whole planet bathed in golden light. And as you finish your ritual, remember to say thank you for the success of your spell. Close your eyes. You can see all the elements coming together to carry your energy where it's needed. See all the ancestors who've gone before, lending their energy to the success of your goal. And you can say something simple like, I thank you for your help. If you can, try to allow your fire to burn out safely while you focus on the healing being sent to where it's needed. Again, if you don't have time, or you just have a candle or something, you can extinguish it, return it to the way it was before you leave, right? This fire ritual is a simple one, but it can be very powerful, and obviously it can be used for a lot of different things or a lot of different kinds of healing. Again, it took just a couple minutes today, but was very nice and fun. And again, if you have a bonfire or something like that, especially around any holidays or anything, you can choose to, do this with other people. Write down your intentions for healing, and all that sort of thing. And you can do it all together. All right, I'm going to pull one card. So, I have my cards in front of me. That was part of my intention. But I'm also going to pull a card to see what the cards have to say today on this topic. All right, so I am pulling from the Desert Illuminations Tarot deck by Lindsay D. Williams. And some of my cards are backwards. So I'm going to give it a quick shuffle. And we're just going to see what other information we need to know today, what to keep in mind, Maybe around our healing journey, or the healing and restoring of balance to the planet, of Mother Nature, to our emotional, our soulful selves. All right. I pulled the King of Chilies reversed, which is the King of Wands traditionally. I think this is the last card in this set. So it says the King of Chilies is noble and energetic king. He sits on the throne as the sun charges him with all the life force and energy he needs to overcome any obstacle or task in front of him. He's dressed in a decorative robe woven with shapes and symbols representing his creativity and rich cultural heritage. A bundle of chili peppers hangs from his neck, symbolic of the driving force of his fiery personality. Many opportunities are being presented to you because of your bold persona. You have the power to create all the success you want with passion and drive. You don't walk through your life unnoticed. Everything you touch turns to gold. You can channel the King of Chilies when you need to exude confidence and leadership. He is here to lend a hand when you need that extra push and energy to make things happen. So if we think about it being in reverse, it just might mean that we're having challenges with this right now, or maybe that, like we've put a lot of energy into something and maybe we're feeling kind of exhausted. Again, when I thought about this ritual for today, I was thinking about, in particular, a healing ritual, because I am not feeling super great in the last 24, 48 hours. So I thought that would be, kind of helpful for me, and also hopefully for others to think about that. So again, I would say the King of Chilies is usually about, fiery energy, creation, and things like that. So maybe creation right now, or creativity, is feeling kind of challenging, and we're just gonna, we're gonna embrace our healing selves, the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles. As we think about this, we're gonna ground ourselves, we're gonna nurture, be soft, and take care of ourselves, and then maybe we'll have more energy for our creativity, or for that kind of following the things that are presented to us, or the outcomes. All right, so links for the tarot decks I talk about will always be in the show notes and on my website if you'd like to look at them or purchase them. And thanks for joining me today on Everyday Tarot. Just as a reminder, the podcast comes out daily, Monday through Friday, for all of 2025. You can email me, me@CamilleASaunders.com, with thoughts, questions, and more. All right, I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.